Hello everyone, welcome back to Manga Boy has a bunch of manga to open because he was away for some time. Let's start off with box 3 of 6 from Red Stuff. A lot of this is going to be those last minute publisher sales from the Right Stuff birthday sale. Those came out of nowhere and that was totally amazing. I cannot even believe they did that. It is only too bad that they did them only for in-stock items, so could not get all my pre-orders out of the way, but still not so bad at all. Whoa, you guys seeing this box right now? It's like, ooh, that intense moment. Pretty good stuff here, There we got 2. Oh, I forgot I got that. Nice. Okay, let me swap out these boxes real quick and then we're gonna check out the next one. Here we have the next one. Slice. We're gonna dice. I'm just like a samurai. Okay. Box number 2. I think I'm only gonna do 2 boxes today because I think maybe I can get in a third actually. You know what? Maybe I will get in a third. Maybe I will. How about that? We'll just do a little bit, one more. I'm an addict. Here's our little bonus boy right here. I actually got him off the front porch today. I walked my little girl in her stroller and I saw that the mailman or UPS man or FedEx man dropped him off. Probably not UPS. I noticed that FedEx delivered one of my boxes. Don't know why. Don't mind it. Just thought it was a little odd because usually it's all USPS. Ooh, it's all wrapped up nice and pretty like. And we have a handsome double. Very cool. Well, with that, let's start talking about what we have in our haul, and I'll show you guys the goods. Okay, I know this isn't what we've agreed on, but I decided one more because I went through what I got, and I was like, oh, you know what? I think I know what this one is, and is really relative to the rest of the haul, so I should open it, and so I will. Lone Wolf and Cub 21K, 2100, whatever. So this is a good, what's it called? Shoot, Goodreads, not Goodreads. Stupid. Man, I'm so dumb. I can't think of it. Anyways, I got it off of Amazon. It was from a Goodwill. Oh my God, why? Ugh. And this is a comic book artist's interpretation of Lone Wolf and Cub. It's called Lone Wolf and Cub 2100. It's an omnibus by Mike Kennedy and Francisco Ruiz. The art looks very good. The colors look great. The only thing left to say is how is the story? If I were to guess, which I do have to guess, probably not great. But you know, you never know. So I picked it up. I also have the Apothecary Diaries, The Great Yahi Will Not Be Defeated, 9 and 6 here. That's where we left off a second ago. And of course, the reason why I had to talk about that, Lone Wolf and Cub Volume 1. And these were all on sale during the Right Stuff holiday sale. 3, I am missing 2 at this point. 4. 5, there was a point where Lone Wolf and Cub was nay impossible to get. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whoa, I cannot believe I've actually picked up Lone Wolf and Cub. And it wasn't even hard. Man, if I could see myself now from like 10 years ago. We also have 10 years ago. How about like 3 years ago? Probably wasn't that hard to find 10 years ago. Yona the Dawn As well, this was part of the Right Stuff summer sale, or birthday sale, whatever you want to call it. This was the from the Viz publisher sale. We got 22 to 28, 30, 31, 32, and 38. I think I already have 39, so I had to buy these. They might have even had these in a bundle, but I could not partake in the bundle, which was a shame, because I had most of them, but not all of these. I just had this like weird gap in my collection for some reason. And I think like it was because I wanted to get them, and then I deleted them to make room for something else, and then I was gonna just add them back in, and then I just forgot to do that, and then I just never did. And so now here we are. So that was excellent. I thought for the longest time that I was just waiting for them to come in and that they were out of stock. And then people were like, no, it's been in stock for like a year, man. Boy, what have you been doing? And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's been sitting on my needs to be completed bookshelf forever. And they're like, yeah, no reason for that, man. That's all in stock. So I grabbed it all. That's 38 at the end. I think that one is one of the more recent ones that I was just missing. Or it just came out, I can't remember which. Seraph Rain, 26, vampire manga. You got a lot of vampire manga these days, I feel like. You know, even Gantz is technically a vampire manga. Orient, volume 16 from the creator of Magi. Showa Shoten, same artist as Death Note and Bakuman. Ranma 1/2, 17 and 18. I think I'm still missing a few of these, but I'm pretty sure they're all ordered. Silver Spoon, volume 14. I'm pretty sure I ordered the rest of that too, which is thank goodness. Tomb Raider 1 and 2. This is a little Anubis setup here. I like Egyptian lore. I think it's cool. Rising of the Shield Hero, the Manga Companion, volume 21. This is far further than what I am. I've read a lot of it though. Komi Can't Communicate, volume 26. It looks like she's reading Komi Can't Communicate? What? Why? That's like meta, I guess. We also have I'm the Great Priest Imhotep. I don't know much about this series, but it looks really cool. I always saw it on the like the advertisements at the end of manga, and I was like, oh, this looks sick. And like the little logo, I don't know if you guys can tell, there's a little Anubis head, and it's got all these Egyptian hieroglyphics right there, which I thought was neat. And so, yeah, I really just like the aesthetics of this manga. Hopefully it is good or decent. A little bit of a misprint off to the side here, but it's not the end of the world. Such things happen. JJK volume 20. This has been really off to a stellar arc with the Culling right now. I love the Culling arc. Chojin X volume 3. I still haven't read 2, but 1 was okay. It's for the creator of Tokyo Ghoul. Children of the Whales 22. The series looks beautiful. Watercolors. I was missing this one, I realized. I think. Yeah, I believe so. Higurashi, When They Cry, Demon Exposing arc. It's not like part of the other normal like numbered ones. Let me see if I can grab one here for you guys to see. But you can tell it's not the same. It's the same author and everything, but doesn't like fall in line with how these ones are. It does, however, fall in line with these newer ones. Go, but it is also much bigger than Go. So I am kind of annoyed by that, by a lot. I don't understand where it goes in the story. I'm assuming it goes last, but I guess time will tell. And lastly, Under Ninja Volume 2. I read the first volume. I loved it. This is from the same creator as I'm Hero. He's got a skateboarding cat here on the back, which is really great. We love cats here on this channel. I'm a big fan of cats. It's more than meets the eye, and then the cat eye of the cat, as they always say in the manga world. He is also skateboarding in the cat as well. This series seems wild to me. It's about this guy who lives in like modern day Japan. He's a ninja, and he's just waiting for his mission to come, and so he can be kind of like a real ninja. He is like has ninja skills and is stealthy, as you can kind of see here in these pictures. But like these instances and things that happen are like super comedic, and these misfortunes that like befall them. I definitely recommend checking it out. The series is very, very small dialogue. So we like light dialogue series here. I really think it's so funny though. Definitely worth checking out this series. Higurashi, I was showing you guys this a second ago. I'm not sure when you're supposed to read this. I don't know if this is related at all to the other volumes. Higurashi is a kind of murder mystery story with a bunch of standalone alternate universes, I guess. I don't really understand what Higurashi is. I bought the whole series off of my friend who was selling them for dirt cheap, just because she needed a little bit of money. It wasn't like dirt cheap. It was like a reasonable price, but a little bit cheaper than Right Stuff, so I jumped on it. Children of the Whales, volume 22. Again, look at how beautiful it is. Looks really cool. It's about these people, these children who are trying to escape life on this whale. Thanatos is the goddess or god of death, so that's an interesting thing. I'm not sure what is going on with that, but yeah, it seems like a very fun series. I think it's getting an anime soon, so it should be really exciting. It's got a really cool back as well. A little gloss to it if you kind of can appreciate if I catch it off the light just right. So yeah, check it out if you like pretty manga. Chojin X Volume 3. The first one was good. The second one is on my TBR. Pretty much these people have the ability to have their DNA kind of mixed with other animals. When they do it, they have these like cool hybrid forms. They're all pretty much just zone fruit users from One Piece. I'm not sure exactly what the plot is, but it's from the same creators, Tokyo Ghoul. It was okay. I felt JJK, I mean, like I was mentioning earlier, this series is killing it in my opinion. I've been really liking the culling arc. So definitely we see our main character from JJK 0 is back. Definitely enjoying it. If you like the anime, well, then you ain't seen nothing yet. It's really about to take off quite soon. All right, we have I'm the Great Priest, Emotep 2389. I don't have anything possible to get reading on this, which is kind of a shame, but whatever. Like I said, I pretty much purely picked this up off of the aesthetic of the Egyptian lore. Ooh, nice little color page at the beginning. That's really cool. I really do think Egyptian lore is cool. Yu-Gi-Oh's cool. The list goes on. So yeah, that was like the entire reason I picked it up. I don't know anything about the plot. I don't really want to know anything about the plot, but it was on sale on Right Stuff in like a huge bundle. I picked it up because there wasn't like a ton of Right Stuff I wanted. And then right around the same time they started to do their publisher sales, and I was like, well, I guess I'm a liar and I should have saved my money. But I'm happy I have it. Hopefully I like it. But I would have probably spent that money if I had known on other stuff in the publisher sales. But whatever, we're here. I am still excited to read it because I love Egyptian lore. The Rising of the Shield Hero, Volume 21, Manga Companion. Like I said, this is much further than where I am. I kind of stopped where they went to the Turtle Island, and they were training with the Scythe guy and all that stuff. So yes, this is much further. Is the anime over, actually? By the way, I'm not quite sure about that. I feel like I haven't heard anything about it in a while. Komi Can't Communicate. Bunch of 4 Koma stories about this girl trying to reach 100 friends. I feel like this should be over, but it keeps going. I'm surprised that it has been going as long as it has been. Tomb Raider King. I've heard nothing about this but good things. I don't know anything about it though. It's obviously a webtoon from Ize Press, aka Yen Press. Yeah, I just figured I'd jump on it because it was, part of the bundle sale. I probably won't buy any more unless it's kind of bundled together on sale. Or if it's really good, then I'll get more of it, of course. But that's my opinion on that so far. Silver Spoon Volume 14. Like I said, I think I got the whole set. But this is not obviously the last volume or anything like that. It's by the same creator as Fullmetal Alchemist. Apparently, she grew up on a farm, and that has caused her to want to make this story. Isn't that nice? I think that's kind of cool. Rama 1/2 Omnibus 17 and 18 by Rumiko Takahashi. I just wanted to get all of pretty much Rumiko Takahashi's main works. I'm up to I have all these ordered, so I think I'm just missing a few of them at this point. Pretty much the main concept is this main character, Rama, who's a very good martial artist, touches water, he turns into a girl. His dad touches water, turns into a panda. It was very popular when I was younger, but I don't remember a ton about it, obviously. We've got Showa Shoten, Volume 3. This cover looks pretty silly. Pretty much take Bakuman and say, we want to be the best comedians, and that's what you got there. So not the most unique plot, but that plot can be applied to like anything. And the art really makes it so interesting to read. So I'm really excited to read this, of course, because I want to see kind of how it goes. But it's very similar to Bakuman. If you like Bakuman, I feel like there's no reason why you should not be picking this up. Orient's Volume 16 takes a while to get going, but Orient is one of those series that I do recommend a lot. This series does have a lot of dialogue. And it takes a little bit to get going. I'm dying. But once it does get going, it is quite good. I really do enjoy it. The most recent arc that just finished was just like absolutely insane. It just wouldn't stop. Action constantly happening. It was the one with the brothers and the girl who's made from the demons, the Obsidian Order, and her dad was involved, and then the main character went Super Saiyan, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? This arc should have ended 2 volumes ago, but it kept going, it kept getting more insane, and I kept liking it more and more. But it starts getting good much earlier than that, luckily, but yeah, it does take a little bit to get going. Surf at the end, this is like an interesting vampire manga. The only thing that I've heard bad about it is the slow release. I will say that this is hardly the slowest release that is around. Blue Exorcist and Hunter x Hunter definitely are up there. D. Grayman, another one. But this series looks pretty fun. I read about 4 or 5 volumes of it. So where I was at, there was angels, there was demons, they were vampires. There was humans, and we're all trying to figure out who's good, who's bad. It doesn't seem like anybody is good except for like the main character. So that's not a great sign for people. But yeah, so that should be exciting. But pretty much it's about two brothers who survive this huge tragedy with an orphanage, and they have to they get separated. They both think that they're the lone survivor, and they find out that they're not. And yeah, it's pretty exciting to see that they're both on opposite sides of the battlefield and kind of unravel what the heck is happening, what happened, who should we be rooting for, that kind of a thing. So I do like that. Yona of the Dawn, 38. We went over all the ones that I have here. Yona of the Dawn is a series where, I mean, you really probably, if you listen to one person talk about a single shoujo beat manga, it was probably Yona of the Dawn. It is a very popular series, one of the most popular shoujo beat series. It is a action fantasy adventure, so it is crossing the gender genre, and it looks cool. That's about as much as I have to say about it. I don't hear anything but nice things. So, you know, either people are really minding their P's and Q's and not saying anything bad at all, or it really is just that good. Apothecary Diaries, my wife enjoys this series quite a bit, so I've just been trickling it in. I am actually about to read it. I just want to finish the Cromartie High School first. Look at that cool color page. I heard that this series is pretty fucked up though, so maybe it's just because she's a little bit of a lightweight, or maybe because it is actually fucked up, but I've heard some pretty grotesque things come out of her mouth about this series, so I think it's a bit of both. The Great Yeah, He Will Not Be Defeated. This is just a fun, lighthearted, very similar to The Devil's Part-Timer. I definitely recommend it. Obviously, it's not very far. We're only up to 6 volumes. I know what you're thinking. That looks like a little dick. It's not a little dick. Don't worry. Okay, there's not actually a lot of porny in it. It's mostly just cutesy, fun stuff. The main concept is she's trying to get her powers back so that way she can rule the demon world, but everything goes wrong and she is always the butt of every joke, which is very silly. Lastly, we have Lone Wolf and Cub. Like I said, I've got everything except for volume 10. These are actually read left to right instead of right to left. This is a legendary samurai series. It would be unlikely that you haven't heard of this in some form or fashion. There are even Hollywood movies made about it. I heard tell that these were small omnibuses. I don't know if Dark Horse has released a bigger set here or what, but these are, well, about the same size as you would expect. Maybe a little bit bigger than like a normal Viz manga, or Square Enix manga for that matter, whatever. But it is not small by any means. Here's a shoujo beat, just so I can get my point across. So you can see it's just about the same size. It's maybe a little bit wider, maybe a little shorter. But really it is super close to the same. So that's a little unusual to me that I was hearing that, because it's, well, not true, I guess. So I was really, looking not forward for that, because Astro Boy is tiny, and that's the size I was expecting. Astro Boy is tiny, like dimensions wise, but it is fat this wise, so it sucks. But this does not seem to be the case for Lone Wolf and Cub, which is great. So yeah, you can see some of the pages here. I guess one thing I did here is the font is small, and that is absolutely the case. Again, it is not that small compared to Astro Boy, but it is smaller than you would actually expect. The art, very old school, but there's not a ton of text like I was mentioning, so that's cool, very cool. But yeah, you can see a few of the other titles here. New Lone Wolf and Cub is another one by the same author. Samurai Executioner and the Path of the Assassin are other ones too. I guess Lady Snowblood is one. I've not heard too much about that one. Mainly I hear Lone Wolf and Cub and Path of the Assassin. Again, just missing, volume 2, no big deal. So I will continue to wait for that to come in. I got them all through the Right Stuff birthday sale in a big bundle, so they'll be in eventually. So that's great. Thank you guys so much for checking out this haul. I've got obviously a lot more to go, but this video is ginormo longo. So we will cut it off there, and we will catch you next time for another few boxes from Right Stuff, a holiday sale. See you later. Bye-bye.